from strangers?" And to the child she said very loudly, "Do we, Kelly?" Snubbed, Wexford withdrew his head. She was quite right. She had behaved wisely, and he had not. Leaving, he passed a car he recognised coming in, an old Ford Escort that had been resprayed bright pink. But whose was it? Turning into his own garage drive, he saw Neil's car there, Neil and Sylvia's car, for they had just the one between them now. Neil had been without work for 5 weeks now, Sylvia for nearly 6 months. He opened the living-room door, and Sylvia fell upon him. For a moment, he thought her affection occasioned by anxiety for his health. "Dad," she wailed, "you won't believe it. Neil's going on the dole. It's all unbelievably ghastly, happening to us." It was interesting how Dora's quiet, soft voice could penetrate this stridency. "What did Dr. Akande say, Reg?" "A virus. I had to take a couple of days off." "What a relief," Dora said lightly. Sylvia made a snorting sound. "I could have told you that. I had it myself last week. I could hardly keep on my feet. Now you're back, Dad. Perhaps you can stop Neil doing this." "Stop him doing what?" said Wexford. "I've told you. Going to the... what is it called? The ESJ?" "They haven't called it that for years," said Neil. "The Job Centre." "Well, why should I stop him?" Wexford said. "Because it's degrading. It isn't the kind of place people like us go to." "And what do people like us do?" Wexford said. "Find something in the appointment section of the Times." Neil began to laugh, and Wexford smiled sadly. Neil had written over 300 letters of application, all in vain. "The Times don't give you any money," said Neil, and Wexford could hear the bitterness in his voice. "I must go," he said. "My appointment with the new claims advisor is for 10:30. Dora must have spoken without thinking. "Oh, do they give you an appointment?" It was odd to see how a smile could sadden a face. "You see how being unemployed demotes you? I no longer belong amongst those who can expect social grace. I'm one of the cures now, who get sent home with nothing and told to come back tomorrow. I'm sorry, Neil, I didn't mean—" "No, of course you didn't. It's a shift the consciousness makes, an adjustment in the way you think about a prosperous architect and someone who's out of work. I have to go now." He didn't take their car. Sylvia needed it. He would walk the half-mile to the ESJ, and later on, "Get the bus, I suppose," said Sylvia. "Why not? Half the time I have to. When I think how I slaved to get to be a social worker, and what has it all come to? I'll never get another job, I feel it. Do you remember those children in Stourton, Dad? The Home Alone kids?" "Epsom, weren't they called? He was black and she was white," he said. "Why bring racism into it? That was my last job as a child care officer before the cuts." That was the woman he had seen driving the pink car, Fiona Epsom. Not that it was important. Wexford debated whether to lie down or defy the doctor and return to work. Work won. As he left the house, he could hear Sylvia lecturing her mother on what she called acceptable forms of political correctness. When the Akande family had moved to Kingsmarkham a year or so before, the owner-occupiers on either side of number 27 Ollerton Avenue put their houses up for sale. Insulting as this was to Raymond and Loretta Akande and their children, from a practical point of view, it was to their advantage. Recession was at its height, and the houses took a long time to sell, their asking prices regularly falling. But when the newcomers arrived, they turned out to be nice people, as friendly and as liberal-minded as the rest of the Ollerton Avenue neighbours. "Not my choice of words," said Wexford. "I said friendly, I said liberal. I didn't say non-racist. We're all racist in this country." "Oh, come on," said Detective Inspector Michael Burden. "I'm not, you're not." They were in Wexford's dining room, having coffee. It was Wexford who had begun this topic of conversation. He hardly knew why. Perhaps it had arisen out of Sylvia's accusation when they discussed the Epsons. He had certainly been thinking about it. "My wife's not, and nor is yours," Burden said. "Nor our children."